Hi, I'm Leon from Quantum Reading Learning Vision. Today we're going to introduce you to the OrCam Read Lite device, which is an easy to operate text-to-speech device. It's handheld, and all you need to do is point it at what you want to read, push the button,
Lighthouse on the Boulevard, a history of the Royal Victorian Institute,
and it'll read it out loud for you. There's a red laser indicator to show you where it's going to read. And this device is suitable for people with low vision, totally blind, people that have reading difficulties like dyslexia or learning English as a second language, say, and also to increase their reading capacity. It doesn't need to be connected to the internet. It has a nice rechargeable battery that lasts a long time, and it's ready to go straight out of the box. During this presentation, we'll unpack the OrCam Read Lite and show you what comes in the box. We'll do an overview of the 4 tactile raised buttons on the top, and we'll go over their basic functions. Then we'll go into a more detailed look at the features and settings in the OrCam Read Lite. We will then go outside and show you how to do day-to-day things like reading street signs. We'll go down the shops and have a look at products and shop fronts, etc. Then we'll come back to the office. We'll go over the OrCam Read stand. That is an accessory you can get with the OrCam Read Lite. And after that, we'll just do a summary of everything we've covered. So let's unpack what's in the box. The lid just slides off nice and easily like that. First thing you'll come across is a user guide. It's a nice thick user guide, although it is in a lot of languages. The writing is fairly small, but there are a lot of videos and a lot of follow-up information on the OrCam website. Next up is the OrCam Read device itself. Small device. You take out this bit of packing. You have your charger, which plugs into the wall and has a USB plug at the other end. Take out this bit of packing, and we now have a case, and it also comes with a microfiber cloth for cleaning the lens on the front of the OrCam. Inside the case, if we open that up, you have your cable for the charger. You also get some headphones that you can plug into the back of the OrCam so that you're the only one that hears it. And also a lanyard to hang around your neck so that you don't lose the OrCam. And we have the case to keep the OrCam safe and dust-free. Now, when you first pick up the OrCam, you'll feel that it has a flat end at one end, which is the end with the camera that you point towards what you want to read, and a rounded end at the other end, which we call the back. So on top of one side, there are 4 buttons that you can feel. They're all very tactile. And there's also a small slot here, which is a USB slot for the charger. The button next to that is the on-off button. Then we have 2 buttons that we call the plus and minus buttons for volume settings, etc., and the activation button at the front. On the back end, there is a small latch here for the lanyard and a 3.5mm jack for you to put the headphones into. Now, to turn the device on, the button on the top closest to the rounded end, if you put your finger on that, you'll hear a beep. That means that it's getting ready. If you turn the device over, you'll see that there's a light right here. This light is orange. It will change to blue as it's just done. Then back on the side with the buttons, next to the on-off button, there is a row of lights. You will see these light up. There should be 4 blue lights. There we go. They indicate how much charge.
OrCam version 9 is ready. Battery is 100% charged.
And as you heard, it also announces how much charge is in the device. Now, once the OrCam is turned on, you will see the plus and minus buttons that we have here. If we press those,
Volume up. Volume down. Volume up.
they are your volume buttons. The button in front of that is the activation button. Now the best way to use the OrCam Read Lite is to hold it like you would a pen, so like you were writing with it, with that finger on top of that button. Now to use the OrCam, with your finger on the activation button at the front, if you press that button, you will see that there's a small laser box there. Now the closer you hold it to the tabletop, the smaller that box it gets. If you lift the OrCam up, that box gets larger. Now the OrCam will read everything that's inside that red box, but it won't start reading until you take your finger off the button. So if I take my finger off, you heard that ding. That means that there's either nothing there for it to read, or if you were reading something and you hear that sound, that means it's gotten to the end of the page. So if we get some text, bring some text in here now, and if I push my finger on the button, I take my hand away until I see what I want to read inside that red box. If I take my finger off,
Quantum RLV focuses exclusively on assistive technology and has been helping people with vision loss find the best products from around the world for over 35 years. We are a national company with professional consultants who work collaboratively.
if I push the activation button again, it will stop the talking. So if I take another scan of this page and start the reading,
Professional consultants who work collaboratively to
if I
create
double push
solutions
the
for your
activation
patients
button,
whose quality of life.
it now pauses it. So if somebody comes into a room while you're reading an article and they want to have a discussion with you, you can pause the OrCam. And as you can hear, those soft beeps are just an indication that the device is paused. Now to get back to the reading, double click
Has been
again.
impacted by low vision. Quantum works regularly with self-funded clients.
Now also,
and with
if I
clients via
pause that,
funding programs such.
There's the plus and minus buttons. If we push the plus button, it will jump forward in the text a few words. If you push the minus button, it will actually go back a few words. So if there's a part that you missed, you can jump back and go over it again. I'll show you that now.
Such as NDIS, My Aged Care, Department of Veterans. We provide support. Referrals to Quantum can be made via our website. We provide support. Department of Veterans. Quantum works regular professional consultants who work collaboratively to create solutions for your patients.
And then if I
whose
push
quality
the
of life
activation
has been
button just
impacted
once,
by low vision.
that's now deleted the text. So because the OrCam works so fast when it starts to read, if you accidentally delete the text instead of pausing or jumping forward or backwards, it's very easy just to scan again and have it start reading again.
35 years. We are a national company with professional consultants.
Now when using the OrCam, it's always best to hold it perpendicular to the text. If you hold it at too much of an angle, if I press the button,
Brochure issue. Skip 2 lines of unreadable
as you hear,
text.
it has a hard time reading it. So it's always best to be straight up and down. Now you may notice that you can also read things in landscape mode or portrait mode,
Introducing you to Quantum RLV. Quantum RLV.
and even upside down.
Quantum works regularly with self-funded clients.
It
and with
works at all
clients via funding
orientations.
programs
And the
such as
OrCam will
NDIS,
tell you if there's not enough light
Department of
for it
Veterans
to read
Affairs
the
and Job
text
Access.
clearly.
We provide support at our site.
The OrCam Read Lite has 2 ways of taking a picture of the text to read it. The first one we showed you was what they call laser box. This one, if we push the plus and the minus buttons together,
Arrow laser mode.
you go into arrow laser mode. Now if I show you this, it has a little arrow. This way you can more precisely read a certain part of the text.
Quantum RLV focuses exclusively on assistive.
So some examples of reading with the arrow mode would be, instead of just reading the whole page, say you're reading a newspaper. Let's do this. And I only wanted to read this small section here. I can just point the laser to that part, press it.
Logan Lucky, Stan or Rent, skip one line of unreadable text. An eccentric combo of scrappy crime caper and angular redneck comedy directed by Steve.
Now you would have heard that it said skip one line of unreadable text. That was the star rating, and because it's not text, the OrCam can't read it. Now if you only wanted to use the one mode, like the laser box mode, we can change it back
Rectangle laser mode.
to rectangle laser mode. If I wanted to focus in on that area, I could, but it is dependent on how much usable vision that you have. If you can focus that small, it will just read
Logan Lucky,
that
Stan
small
or
part.
Rent.
The OrCam Read Lite also comes with some vocal commands so that you can change some of the settings in the device. If you forget what those settings are, or if you forget how to do it, all you need to say is, "Hey OrCam, settings."
Settings has the following vocal commands. Speak louder, speak softer, read faster, read slower, enable the reading navigation, disable the reading navigation, enter the user menu, change the voice, change the auto suspend time, enable the auto flash, disable the auto flash, connect to the Bluetooth audio device, check the internet connectivity, read everything.
And as you will hear, to get to any of those commands, you have to start with, "Hey OrCam." So as an example of how to change the commands, if we said, "Hey OrCam, change voice."
To change English voice, press the trigger button. For other options, press the volume buttons.
So I'll press the trigger
Hi,
button.
I'm Lee. To choose me, press the trigger button. To change, press the volume buttons.
Hi, I'm Susan. To choose me, press the trigger button. To change, press the volume buttons.
Hi, I'm Tom. To choose me, press the trigger button. To change, press the volume buttons.
Hi, I'm Karen. To choose me, press the trigger button. To change, press the volume buttons.
So I like Karen, so let's push the trigger button.
Voice set.
So now we have Karen as our voice for speaking. Now, when you change the voice, you may find that you will want the voice to speak maybe a bit faster or a bit slower. And with that, you can use the command, "Hey OrCam, speed up."
Rate up.
And that will have sped up the voice. And of course, if you want to slow it down, just say, "Hey OrCam, speed down."
Rate down.
And if we need to connect it to some Bluetooth headphones, we can say, "Hey OrCam, connect to Bluetooth audio device." And it will connect to any headphones that are within the scanning area.
To connect to living room TV 5959. Serial number 5959. Press the trigger button. For other options, press the volume buttons.
So we don't know what that one is because there's no
Reach the
headphones
end.
here.
To go back, press the trigger button.
All right, I'm just on the footpath. There's a sign here. Let's see how it goes.
Skip one line of unreadable text. Oh, the users of this car park do so at their own risk. The management will not accept liability for any accidents, damage or loss incurred. Urban Acres.
Excellent. Okay, so we've just walked past this industrial estate. Let's see if it reads this sign.
Welcome to Urban Acres, Mount Waverley.
Excellent. Okay, let's try this street sign.
Kwinana.
Okay, so you heard it said Kwinana, all right. It didn't say the street or ST. So it will read most things. It won't read everything. So it will give you a good guide as to where you are with the street signs, but it might not let you know exactly if it's a court, street, road, etc. But it will give you the name.
After Hours Clinic, General Practitioners, Allied Health Services Specialist Doctors, Skin Cancer Clinic. The Glen Super Clinic. Skipped one line of unreadable text. Open 7 days. Bulk billing.
Okay, so now we're in the supermarket. We're just going to scan a few random products to see how it reads them. Best sort of technique is to take the product off the shelf, hold it towards the ground so there's no text behind it, and then just scan the label.
Nature, Nate's, Honey Company, 100% pure, Australian, raw and unfiltered, honey, skipped one line of unreadable text, made by Australian bees, gluten, BPA free, 500 grams though.
There we go.
Garmin 3, real food mackerel with real PW, muesli bars, classio fruit and nut. Tip Top, the one white sandwich, 700 grams, $9.50, $0.63 for 100 grams, everyday low price. So good. Soy, half your daily calcium source of protein, regular. F. Woodlark and Sons, no, smoky chipotle corn chowder, ITA. Sugar, cake mix, 9, canned fruit, some blocks of text are unreadable. Commencement of works, Sujit, Australia. Duratec Limited has been engaged to carry out the Glen Shopping Centre car park structure and remediation works are scheduled to commence the 6th of August 2020.
Okay, so we've just come back from being down the shops. And as you would have noticed, on some of the items that we scanned, it read all of the information. On some of the items, it read only part of the information. It gave you a good indication of what the product was. And like with the street signs that only read the name, it didn't read street or road, some of the products had smaller printing on it, or the format of the print was not quite right for the OrCam to recognise. You would have noticed one of the labels that was on the shelf, it didn't read the price. Now that was because of the formatting. Underneath it, it did have 63 cents per 100 grams, read that perfectly. But because of the formatting, and we can't control that unfortunately. Also, you might have noticed that some of the logos of the products, which are in a more of a free form, like handwriting type style, the OrCam Read Lite won't read handwriting or forms of print like handwriting. Here we have the OrCam Read stand that you can purchase along with your OrCam Read Lite. As you can see, it's nice and light. It does come with adjustable width legs and also a telescopic arm to raise or lower the OrCam to get a wider or narrower field of view as you require. With the legs in the straight position, they can work very well as a guide for an A4 page. Now, if I put my OrCam Read in the little holder there, I can push the button
Introducing you to Quantum RLV.
and it just reads that out quite easily. If I wanted to read a book, say with 2 pages, I can widen these legs, open up my book, and then because it is a wider piece of text, I can raise my OrCam to get a wider field of view, push the button.
Lighthouse on the Boulevard, Chapter 4, centrally heated, and despite the wintry conditions
Now that would have read both those pages for you. So if you have to do a lot of reading, the stand can be very easy to just save you having to hold the OrCam Read. Now, some of the reasons of using the stand could be for things like if a person has a hand tremor, they have a hard time lining the target up with the text they want to read. You can get somebody who's sighted to adjust the height, set the OrCam Read stand up, and once it's there, you just keep the OrCam Read in the top and it will read everything in that set area. And then when you want to take it away, slide it out of the top. You can unplug the charger if it's plugged in and go on your way. Now you would have noticed that in the video when we were down the shops, it was a very noisy environment. So some of the text was very hard to hear it being read out. The OrCam Lite does come with a set of headphones that you pop in your ears, and that helps you hear everything that it's reading. You can also Bluetooth it to a set of Bluetooth headphones. So that it's easy for you to hear what text that it's reading. So to summarize, the OrCam Read Lite, great little product, very simple to use. As we say, point, click.
Quantum, reading, learning, vision, introduce.
It reads, it'll read a whole page. You've got a stand available to help you with certain situations, and they're fantastic products. So again, this is the OrCam Read Lite.